So this is WarningTrack versus KrazyCaley. KrazyCaley you should hopefully be familiar with if you've watched any SCL because he's won them all. This is our 5th season, and he won season 1, 2, 3, and 4. WarningTrack you should also be familiar with, if not because of his play, but because of his casting. He casts every Sunday game more or less with our buddy Taboshi, and they're both very good at SpyParty.
Yeah, and this match will have big implications on how Diamond will look going forward. WarningTrack has started off not doing too hot, unfortunately, in his first 3 weeks. He lost very, 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 very close. And as much as I say very, very, it really is the truth because both losses were 5-7 to Canadian Bacon and KCM, leaving him without any points going into week 3. And if you watch these sets, you know, holy crap, it doesn't feel like he should have, lost either of them.
A tie would have been a fair result for sure.
Yeah,
and he did clean it up. He has shown that he is a still class of Diamond by beating Kledos and Magician. Fun fact though, nobody's ever made top 2 in Diamond and made the finals without taking at least 1 point from KrazyCaley.
Yeah, so we're looking for Track to get at least a tie here. He really needs the win though, which is definitely difficult. But we've seen Track do it before, and in fact, Track is the only one who's done it in quite a while.
Yeah, so Caley has lost 3 games. He's had a lot of ties, but he lost 3 games. He lost 2 in season 2, and then lost to Track most recently in season 4. This season, his only blemish was a tie against KCM, if you can call that a blemish. KCM being also very good. If Track can take points off here, though, it actually gives KCM the mid-season lead. This is a week 5 game, and so we're right at the transition of the halfway point.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, we've got picks and bans ready, and we're gonna jump into the game pretty soon after that. Let me bring them up.
Please.
All right. So first up, we've
Get the
got
shark out of here. By the way, this is week 5.
the sharks. Yeah, the shark has been banished until.
Unfortunately, we cannot pick.
Yeah, there will be no aquarium here because it technically does not exist yet. We are playing a game in the past, sadly. But anyway, let's get on to picks and bans. The first ban out of WarningTrack. This is a very understandable ban going against Caley. Veranda.
It's either that or library.
Yep. And the next ban out of Caley. Oh, we will not be seeing Tan. That is an understandable ban.
And what's interesting about this Tayen ban is Caley has been loud about telling anybody that will listen that he thinks Tayen is a 50-50 map and he dares you to pick it into him. But instead, he leaves his usual high-rise ban unbanned and goes with the Tayen ban.
Right,
and
then,
I think it.
Yep. So yeah, I was just gonna say that not banning high rise means that WarningTrack double picked it as its first map.
Yeah, very, very, very understandable. It's the venue you want to pick.
Yep. All right, and then Caley, no surprise, picks library. In WarningTrack, he loses the Courtyard chicken.
Okay.
And then, interesting map. I'm not sure how often Caley picks this, but Gallery shall be the final map if we get there.
Over something like Modern, for example. So the big thing that you can tell from WarningTrack's picks is High Rise, he thinks he can win. And then Courtyard, there's no expectation of a spy win against Caley on Courtyard. You're just saying, I think I can win High Rise, and then Sniper Party the rest of this set.
Yeah.
He's avoiding. WarningTrack's avoiding the balcony pick, and
right.
I don't hate that because Caley is very good at hitting green tests, and balcony often just comes down to how many green tests you hit.
Here we
All
go.
right, so they're getting into game. Did we turn on autoplay?
I did.
Are we doing that?
I did do that.
Yeah. Let me actually go into the game itself. The replays. Am I even logged in? I am. Okay. Let's see here.
Sorry, apologies.
Hi, dogs. That's a shepherd. I learned that
Hi, doggy.
before the set.
Yeah, the doorbell rang and he went crazy.
Well, how dare? Oh, they're starting. Let's go. We all on autoplay?
I am.
Yep.
Okay, high rides, general, immediate flirting at windows, white test, 34%. It's going to be on track to pair. The problem is if he pairs general with salmon, he should also be pairing queen with duke, who also did exactly the same thing at windows.
Yeah. And apparently Kaylee has a 0% sniper win rate on a high rise over the last 2 seasons, and I can't imagine he's played it much since he always bans it. But that's insane.
Yeah, so
0%.
the problem with high rise for Kaylee, right, is flirt is not something that he particularly tracks. He doesn't get the fingerprint, by the way. Banana bread, generally, majority of people in the party are going to have a valid banana bread. And then something like inspect statues or fingerprints exist, and if someone goes middle statues, Kaylee's in a really hard spot because he's not making behavioral reads typically. He obviously has to adjust his game. That's not necessarily not going to be the case for Track also, and Track is the sniper here. But I think Track is more versed in watching for flirts, for example.
Yeah, Track can do most things, I think, when talking about what he can be watching at any given point.
Okay, banana bread goes off.
And it does have pretty much everyone in it.
Yeah, Track delaying the low light there. I think he's very concerned about things like bug. Purline's not on, to note.
Yeah, and this is the usual setup with the Softail variant.
If we had hit the first fingerprint on the bookcase, it was difficult and we didn't get it. The game plan would have been quite obvious. It's go and get this fingerprintable statue that the ambassador is at. We don't have that option though. General does have a very good bug if we want it in the future, but it's going to need to line up really well for Track not to catch it.
Yeah. And I think the last time we saw Kaylee play High Rise was in Winter Cup Finals against a Bearar.
How'd that go?
And I think they split it. Actually, I'm not. I don't remember strictly, but
If I remember correctly, Kaylee was up by quite a bit, and I was thinking, okay, we need to go to high rise and get points here if we're gonna win as a bear.
that might be it actually. A bear might have taken High Rise. I know I know a bear shot for a scene bug on High Rise. Oh, we pick up a highlight on Kaylee.
That
Looks
was
like
yeah, for weird time. I think he's considering a flirt that didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean the cooldown was definitely very close to being done, so it's kind of borderline.
It could have also been something tricky, like he's not talking unless he really has to, or maybe like a no talk was caught, but I didn't catch it myself. Oh, that's a double talk.
Yeah, that is a double talk. I think
There's
like
no
Track.
reason to shoot. We don't have a third mission, and
Yeah,
Track is very good at being patient. We're lining it up. We're not going to do fingerprint. Middle statues will get a shot almost guaranteed. It's going to need to be a dive bug, and I'm not sure dive bug has any chance of success either. Or
Yeah, it
reasonable
looks like
chance at least.
Track's got this locked down.
Ambassador, Kaylee takes the path.
Oh, that look at that path. He takes that path as well.
Yeah, so Kaylee doing a necessity. If he goes over to those statues, he's just going to get trapped there and time out. So he does do the turnaround, but Track is having absolutely none of it.
Yep. And Track goes up 1-0 on High Rise. And
Yeah,
this is definitely the pick to beat Kaylee on. Dowsy in chat telling us that he has 0% sniper win rate on High Rise over all of SCL4, Winter Cup, and SCL5.
Okay, so I suspect that we'll keep the same missions, Purloin, Swap, and Microfilm off against Kaylee, particularly. I mean, there is argument for things like Purloin, but you just want Fingerprint against Kaylee. Difficult fingerprints and making him shoot for that uncertainty is something that's important. WarningTrack going with orange dress here, and AI controlling the start.
And Civ shots on Oh. Kaylee behavioralism. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, I think he was
I
trying to just
thought,
low light Toby and missed twice.
yeah, like, it looks like try to low lit Toby, low lit us, then accidentally highlight Irish while doing it.
Yeah. Early game nerves. I always feel like when my hands are shaking, and which often happens in game one, that my highlights are just absolutely terrible, and I think I'm gonna extrapolate that. That might be the case here, which Kaylee isn't someone I can usually consider to be a nerve monster. He's
I
usually
mean,
very calm and collected,
yeah.
if not the
And
most.
Trek has to be watching the rest of the party right now, looking, hey,
Irish.
Irish going to center statues, and that's really big for Trek because he knows that Irish isn't the SDA.
And she
That's
two
actually
cycles.
that's actually really important when you're looking at when you're looking at trying to frame somebody on high rise. It's very easy to accidentally try to frame the SDA, but Irish is our seduction target, and we know that she is not.
Okay. Kaylee did get some valuable lowlights. There's only 7 suspects, and 2 of them bounced against each other, and Kaylee takes the lowlights correctly. So now we're only down to 5 suspects. Irish, presumably by far the biggest. Alice does also have a fingerprint, and we're just chilling.
Yeah, we're waiting for Irish to get in with us to give us a good contact, and here it comes. Maybe
That's
no
a bug
Irish.
path and a
That
half.
yeah, I don't think Kaylee likes
Kaylee's
that.
good enough. Kaylee's good enough to not like acknowledge that that wasn't a bug, but um, yeah, Irish is not helping her cause. This looks like,
Yeah,
oh, I
yeah.
white tested twice and
Oh,
I didn't want a 2 cycle. Warning track starting in specs, which is interesting.
we actually get Irish. No, never mind. I was gonna say Irish was neutral lit, but right back up.
Yeah, so I mean the behavioral play, right, is you went to middle statues, you 2 cycled, you should have in specs. Why would
Mhm.
you go to another statue? That's silly.
But
The
that's
reality is,
the
if you
Yomi
hit,
that.
yeah, it's one, people love that Yomi, because I'm mentioning it, and two, it's if I didn't get all my inspects in the first visit, I need to go back to statues, and it's not that suspicious, so I'm just gonna do it. We have one mission done. If we're trying to complete, we need to do something. There's no SDA in this conversation yet. If we wait 2 moments before we do this, now the
Yeah,
BB is
there's the
fantastic.
SDA, and tracks on it.
You have if Irish is gonna get shot, it's gonna be now. Kaylee doing shakes. He's holding the shot. He's holding the shot on Irish. Another talk
This
there
is
next to
incredible.
someone. Might be trouble though. He's
Track
just
goes next to the ambassador. Maybe turns out to get a bug here.
yeah. Kaylee's watching the bug. If Irish talks again, she might be dead. This is tense.
Yeah, Kaylee really
It's
doesn't
gonna
want to
be
shoot
a
Irish
Another
here.
BB into bug. The bug sticks. Kaylee, you have
It's
to
not
shoot.
seen. It's
He's
not
not
seen.
seen. He's just
5
watching.
seconds. He's
There's
watching
nothing.
for the bug, but it's not
There's
seen, and
nothing to
Track's
watch.
gonna
There's
win.
nothing to watch. Track 2-0. Let's go. I'm
Track.
biased, by the way.
I'm biased as well. I'm rooting for Track here. I mean,
They're trying to jump in here quickly. One of them should hopefully. No, they don't even want to watch
no,
replays.
they don't care about that replay. They're just in it.
Yeah, that was max range bug, by the way. Falcon Hit making the good point. That's a bug.
That's
That's
a
a bug.
bug.
You gotta shoot that.
Yeah, that's Kaylee just dying immediately for that bug, and like, that's just
3-0.
3-0 Track.
Underdog story. Track is very likable. And really, I think this is necessary. I think if you didn't go up 3-1 on high rise or 4-0 potentially, your chances of winning a set are much lower. This will give us some leeway so we can make mistakes in the future and still get a tie. Yeah,
Yeah, and
hashtag heal Kaylee.
hashtag kill Kaylee. Yeah, and going back to the draft, Kaylee banned Tayen, and he hasn't done that at all yet. And I think that was really affected by the fact that Track doubled it against Canadian Bacon and went 4-0 against Bacon on it. Right?
Yeah, which also pushed Bacon off Tien. I figured he would pick Tien in his set, and he didn't pick it against Kaylee. He just went for the more traditional
I mean,
balcony.
you know, Bacon also tried to pick Tayen into KCM and lost heavily there as well. So,
Okay, this
oh,
time Warning
ooh,
Track
I
is
like
going.
this.
He's going with
Track.
the I'm gonna frame myself sort of play. Seduction target not helping. By picking up that statue, he's
Yeah,
making it so we
we
can't
took
do
the
our
right
inspect.
statue first.
We're gonna be in that situation where I mentioned last time, where we're gonna need to do a second inspect like Irish did last time and almost got a low light. We do get the 51% flirt at statues, and Little Man did come to us though.
Yeah, and so the fact that Track has shown that he is willing to pick Taeyeon and he's actually very good at it, makes Kaylee go and ban Taeyeon and give Track high rise, which is just huge.
Okay, so we're doing our second inspect here. This isn't particularly suspicious because it has no threat. We should have already have finished our inspects potentially, in Kaylee's mind. The problem is there's just a lot of lowlights. We're down to 4 suspects out of our 7.
Kaylee behavioralism.
I think it's
We're
mainly
seeing it
just
in
been
action.
pathing things actually, from what I've seen. Like the weird fingerprint stuff.
So
Or
we
fingerprint.
we
I
could
just
be
call it
going.
the briefcase fingerprint. The briefcase stuff has been a cause for some of our lowlights.
If we get another green test here next to our ST, it's a green test. Will
Okay.
Kaylee realize that we could be done flirting?
Let's see what statue Pearls is at. She's outside statue, so not as incredibly threatening. One option we have here, if we want to go absolutely deep on
In
it.
the red.
Okay.
Oh, Kaylee takes a shot. He just does it.
He doesn't want to deal with it.
He's all over this play. He's all over
Yeah.
I'm just going to complete missions and dare you to shoot play from Track here.
What I would have genuinely liked to see was something nutty like a sit BB, like go full balcony, and full. I don't want you to shoot me. Please stop.
I mean, he did hit the green BB there, so.
Yeah, and he did it right as he entered conversation, which is so suspect.
What's interesting is that Kaylee held the shot on the first person to be done the first time, lost, but didn't lose to the first person to be done.
I think the big difference there is Kaylee understood because that person went to statues so early that they couldn't have finished flirt. In this situation, he's assuming the absolute worst. I don't think there was more opportunities for us to do our flirt because we literally had one talk plus met them at statues.
All right, Kaylee taking out a book pretty early here.
Yeah, this is a classic Kaylee play. I have the pleasure of doing a lot of Kaylee research, and as do you actually, for the
Yes.
the Winter Cup. And Kaylee pulling out a book immediately on library was like Kaylee 101. Don't allow him to sneak a book out and then slam it in later.
Yeah, and we don't know if Track's seen it yet. It wasn't completely on screen, but it was slightly on screen that she was over there at blue.
Kaylee's green tests are nasty. It kind of saves him because his sniper is obviously absolutely lethal, and his spy win rates have never been fantastic. He's more relied on his sniper. That being said, if you're just going to hit a bunch of greens all day, you do end up just getting wins no matter what you do otherwise.
All right, we're going to go dump this thing. And we just get immediately shot for it. Track's just all over it. He's waiting. It felt like he was just waiting for it.
Yep.
Just waiting.
I mean, Track,
to do that.
more than anybody, is reliant on player research. Like, Cup, he played against you and lost. He played against a bear and lost. But you guys didn't have many replays. Kaylee has more replays in SCL than basically anybody, if not just actually anybody.
Yeah, and so Track going on Spy, and it's definitely a hard ask to win as Spy on Library against Haley. However, it's not impossible, one. And if he can do it, like all he has to do from here on out is hold serve on Sniper. If he literally does not lose any Sniper games, he will win the set. However, a Spy game would give him huge leeway.
If you can get a Spy win on Kaylee's picks of 5 of 8, from this position, and then somehow find a way to lose the set, shame on you. Like, we just need to shoot on Library and Courtyard. Like, we picked Courtyard, which is such a nice thing to have picked. If we knew that we were going to be up 4-1. And what is Kaylee
with the high rise pick, you might understand. Hey, I can win this. I can win high rise. I can split the rest. That's literally all you need to do.
Yeah, Dave goes deep, which I believe is probably just David W.
That's David W. Yeah.
Saying that Kaylee does prep a lot, but Kaylee preps a lot and it's camping. So when Kaylee preps a lot, It's not these like behavioral. Oh, I know you're going to do these. Yeah, I hate that. WarningTrack being nasty, but it's against Kaylee, so you're allowed to be nasty.
Yeah.
When Kaylee's doing a lot of prep, it's camping prep. It's okay. What do I need to particularly watch out for particular timings? When WarningTrack's doing prep, it's you're gonna pull out a book and you're gonna slam it in a minute later, and I'm gonna shoot you, or you're gonna do a chaos bug on high rise because of course you will.
There's
Okay,
gonna be a difficult fingerprint on this drink if we want it.
that was not pretty,
That's
but
that's
we're
that's not the
getting there.
correct briefcase etiquette there.
Yeah, it's fine though. It's Kaylee. We're behind a pole.
You just picked that
Stop.
up.
It
Okay.
used to be correct.
We got 2.5 missions done here.
Maybe
in
WarningTrack's going
half
old
our
school
time.
on us.
Honestly, against Kaylee's so old school at this point that
I don't think Kaylee likes this at all. This briefcase is
this
really just
briefcase
awful.
is not good. This is a bamboo level. We can say that now, right? There's no bamboo players.
Exactly.
Bamboo level fingerprint. Yeah, so the problem here isn't necessarily the fingerprint. We're not getting a shot for it. It's we have to do 2.5 more missions, and we only have one mission that's particularly free. We can contact double agent. We probably won't get shot for it, but we've already done inspects. We have to get 2 tails off. Fingerprint might be sneaky. We can get a sneaky print sometimes, but we still have to do bug.
No,
okay, no bug.
it's being watched really
And
hard.
now
so.
it's being watched like absolutely. You have no chance here, but on the entry would have been probably shot anyways. It's Kaylee.
Yeah.
Okay. Seduction target's hanging out with us, but we don't want her.
We're already done with those. Yeah.
Banana bread's possible with a double agent here, but we don't want to lose highlights potentially.
What's interesting that we went for briefcase when there was difficult fingerprint on drink that probably could have done a little bit better, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I think that was the Bloom strategy when Bloom played Kaylee, was take every difficult that you can find, and then green them, which is the hard thing.
Make him shoot for that uncertainty, and we're down to 50 seconds here, and we've only got 2.5 missions done. We do need to find more missions, and Kaylee's not going to shoot if he doesn't think anybody's done.
Okay. Some KG waiting on this on these lowlights. He didn't get a lot of lowlights. I think he was very concerned about either like BB bug or BB purloin. We're requesting a drink. If we green this, someone else will potentially get shot. But Kaylee will watch the fade.
All right, what are we going for here? We're gonna go for a fingerprint on this but we still need one more mission. We don't actually have contact here.
DA is there. We didn't hit the green though.
Oh, and we're just not gonna be able to finish here.
There's nothing to do though. I mean, we can do this banana bread if we want, but we'd have to also get the bug there, and we just don't take it.
Yeah, and Kaylee holds the shot very well, and Track not able to pull out the spy game, although it was quite close. If you hit that green and you get that contact done, you actually have a good chance of winning that spy game.
Because small man is in the conversation, and an overtime would occur. There would be presumably 2 people. I think because the purloin was a green though, it meant that it was going to be an overtime shot, and Kaylee knew that.
Yeah.
Kaylee going in for the quick flare. Are we close enough for the bug here?
Yes.
Kaylee thinks so, and we are, and that's. You want to make a comeback because you lost your high rise. Through someone bug is something I think I've seen Kaylee do it more than anybody. It's something that he's incredibly cognizant about.
Oh wow, this is a BB.
This is an early BB.
It's not a good BB. It's terrible. It's just actually awful.
4, 5.
So many lowlights
6
to be gotten.
6 lowlights.
There were even more if you were really on top of it as Track, but
yeah. So the thing with that banana bread being as questionable as it was, is it feels like the sort of banana bread that you'd do to cover a bug or a purloin. We'll know that it doesn't cover a purloin because the list is still there, and we've already done the bug.
Although Smallman was near the ambassador, so might be suspicious for that.
if you're trying to frame on library against someone like Track or Kaylee, good luck.
Exactly.
They're very patient, and they generally have good counts. If the list isn't gone and the statues are still the same, there's only 6 missions and you have to do 5 of them. Any 5 or 6 is really hard.
You finish up our seduce. We have
Inspect
3
swap.
missions done, and yeah, that
Classic
could be
Kaylee.
it.
We just eat the highlight, which feels good if you're Kaylee.
Yeah, this insect pocket swap to win this game could be
Uh,
huge. Does
we're
Track look
doing
at it?
some animations that are hard to see. Laser comes over.
Oh, it's pending swap.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna. Oh, but there's so many low lights in this
There's
game.
so many lowlights.
So it's a green swap, and Track's definitely gonna be on top
Okay.
of like watching
Carlos
this.
is gonna be the one who takes it. He's gonna do it. It's not visible yet.
Oh
Carlos,
gosh.
he wants to shoot though.
Carlos puts
Carlos,
it down.
move! He sees it.
Oh, he sees it. He
He
takes the
finds
shot.
Kaylee.
Oh my god! Track with the instant shot. As soon as he's able to even see it, he's all over. Like you have to be all over that play to make that shot, or else like you saw Track, looking back and forth just to make sure he knew where Kaylee was to be ready to shoot as soon as he saw it.
Yeah, and Kaylee doesn't have the opportunity to go behind the pole or dance or anything, which he goes instead with the clever play of I'm going to bookcase because I still need to do my microfilm or something play, but Track having none of that. That's exactly what Kaylee would do in this situation, and
Yeah,
reason why
Kaylee got
he did it.
pretty lucky too with which character picked it up, especially that it wasn't a low light.
Yeah, but the
But
one
then in the end-
cycle is your endpoint at
Exactly the one
That was-
cycle. That's
that
the
could-
issue.
that was not.
I mean, he could have also just lifted it above his head, and we would have had a similar
Yeah.
result.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But the seconds counted there. I mean, if that takes an extra second or two, I don't know. It could have
Yeah,
resulted in
That's the kind of thing. That's the kind of like AI behavior that if it just goes a little bit more Kaylee's way, that's a win for Kaylee, and it's not
I think
guaranteed to split for Track.
the way that laser was going, I think Track actually shoots if Carlos hides the statue for another 2 seconds. I think he was ready
Yeah.
to shoot for a assumed swap.
Yes, I think he was too, but he was really looking to make sure to confirm, and it pays off. And Track going up. What is that? 6? Not 6. No, 4-2.
5-2.
4-3. 5-2.
Yeah.
Okay.
5-2.
Oh wow, really?
I know, right?
5-2? Hold on,
Remember
hold
that time?
on.
Remember that
We-
time that we won all the games in high rise, and then
Oh right, 5-2. I'm not looking at the stream, so I can't remember score lines. But this is huge. Yeah, even if he gets sniped here, even if he does, he's going. He just needs to keep continuing to win his sniper games.
on 2
And
reasonable maps. So we have Gallery coming up next.
is it
no,
Gallery up
No,
next?
Courtyard
It'd be
next.
Courtyard next.
We have Courtyard
Yeah.
next, which, if you're in Diamond, you're gonna say it's pretty sniper biased.
Exactly.
You need to win the sniper on Courtyard. Now Kaylee has a lot of tricks on Courtyard. We could see some quick swaps, or he's very good at doing bugs through people, like we saw in this set.
That's just the most rude flirt I've seen in a while.
These guys are both greening like absolute madmen. It's 51 again. I don't think they've done a flirt that hasn't been 51, by the way. These guys just don't care.
Oh man, this match has been insane so far. Kaylee needs to take the sniper win, and there are there are good odds saying that he will.
I think there's been seasons where he hasn't lost on Library or previously Panop. WarningTrack doing a pretty standard briefcase
Difficult
start here. It is
fingerprint on this
difficult.
briefcase. Oh, we fail it, and
We're hitting all the greens that don't matter.
Yeah. Unfortunately, hitting that green fingerprint was really important because picking up a briefcase at all usually just gets you credited with a fingerprint. It's
Well,
not the kind of difficulty you
flirt.
want to be taking.
2 seconds after entering conversation. We're being patient this time. Sweet bounces there by Twin and Papa, but Kaylee's on pure camping mode. He's not taking the same low lights that he was taking there on high rise.
Yeah, no, he definitely wouldn't. He's not going to take those behavioral low lights on Library.
And for good reason. I mean, it'd be insane to do it against Kaylee, but if Track decided I'm just gonna not take control for over a minute, you can get low light. It's really
Oh!
this is bacon strategies.
We're just gonna green swap.
We're gonna swap. Someone's gonna swap it, and then we're gonna make sure that they never get an alibi. We need to. Okay, we do get the 2 cycle and put down. It's gonna be real important to see who goes. If it's Rocker, for example, that would be.
Oh, we're gonna BV. We're gonna go Purloin. This is a rush. White Purloin. Oh, that's white. It kind of sucks.
Okay, and we run away.
Yeah, we're just gonna get shot for
the
this.
Purloin, are we not?
Right. Oh, I don't. Has KrazyCaley seen him yet?
Okay, so we don't need to be shot yet. We haven't
Yeah,
done-
now we're dead. Yeah, now we're dead. 5-3.
Okay.
And it's definitely a strong play potential with that contact.
I thought Rocker was gonna do the swap for us, and if she done the reject and then we did the Purloin and he didn't see the fade, then we put ourselves in an interesting 50-50 situation, which is quite hard to do on a 5-mission map. But Caley, as soon as he sees the swap, just flick shots. We're doing some Counter-Strike.
It didn't help that Toby followed Track away. He's like, hey, look what you did! Look what you did!
I mean, the statue bait was very obvious, right? So.
Okay, so you can tell how much prep these guys do, because both these guys are the sort of people who would watch replays if they cared, but they know their opponents so well that there's nothing that didn't get seen. General wants to die. General's bug is hard to see, and he just did the buggiest bug path that ever bug path.
Yeah, we get a free float off at statues as Caley here. It's completely unseen, but on Courtyard, float is not a thing you really want to get away with necessarily. It's that hard tell.
We're gonna this is the bug lineup. This is close enough to bug, and it's gonna be through someone.
Oh, it's being watched so hard.
Yeah,
he realizes. He realizes, okay, this is being watched 100% right now.
Yeah, that's the thing I would pin Caley down for as the most likely hardtail he'll do. Oh, come on.
Oh, that hand was seen, but and the bug failed. The hand was visible from Salmon. Oh, okay. That's completely seen, and Track takes a shot.
WarningTrack has done his research. That is
he guarantees himself. Yeah, he guarantees himself a tie. He is now 6-3. He needs to take one more spy. He takes a spy win or to keep his lead on sniper.
Do you know how fortunate that was, by the way, that the ambassador went back to the exact same spot and Track still is having absolutely none of it?
Yeah, Track is just like, no, I'm watching this, no.
Track's favorite Canadian province, none of it. Every single time that Caley's ever tried to do a rude hardtail, Track has been immediately on it. He missed that one bug in library and then still pulled it back with the swap catch.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Track is just doing.
By the way.
Yeah, it's a control bounces, so you can't really low light for it if you want to. Even if you're the kind of person who would low light for bounces like that, you can't do it that early on in the game.
Unless you do incredible research and find out your opponent always takes control immediately, which there are a few people.
True. Wait, is the ambassador gonna give us our little?
Oh, Caley's having. Yeah, we have a drink, don't we?
No, we don't.
No, we don't want it. Caley was watching for bug, but that bug was the third most interesting bug. There were 2 people who were just inside the ambassador, so we're doing immediate flirts. If Caley ever decides that he wants to just watch flirt for a game, it's gonna immediately result in a win because everybody against Caley, but particularly WarningTrack today is being impressive. That's fake.
There's an article about that on SpyParty fans, I think. You know, something about reputation and how you can use it to your advantage. I don't remember. Something like that.
Is that the one I wrote? I feel like I wrote half the articles in there now. We're doing
that was mine.
Oh, that was yours? Okay. I was like, WarningTrack might have wrote the book, for goodness sake.
Opie writes too, you know.
Opie writes? Okay,
oh my god.
So we're doing our inspect before hardtail,
I think we're the biggest suspect. Like Caley doesn't see flirts.
Does Caley have suspects? I mean, we've been to statues, but so have 3 other people.
And in the red.
Okay. White BBs as boots are gross.
Purloin. It's the reject.
Okay, now we just need a long chain, but the problem is we're getting chained with low lights. Do not take this. No.
Oh, we die.
Dance, buddy. Dance.
And yeah, okay, 6-4. Track needs basically to win a sniper game. If he can do that, this set is over.
On gallery.
On gallery
Isn't
and
necessarily the most Kaylee of picks. But because we banned Veranda, we already picked Courtyard for him. He decides gallery's his next go-to. He over something like Modern, but I think Track has picked Modern against him. So
yeah, and if Track wins this set, he is catapulted right back into the running for top 2 at the end of the season.
yeah, I mean
He
KCM got
he-
a tie, but I mean we could have our first season with Kaylee not getting in the top 2.
That would be surprising for sure.
I mean, Track's done it here. He'll get another try later in the season. KCM will get another try. Bacon will get another try, and those players can, as they've already shown previously, tie or beat Kaylee.
Yeah, alright, here we go. This is kind of the fateful moment. We do technically have one more spy game after this if Kaylee wins, but
Kaylee going with the I want to get highlight before I do anything else play. I assume he's not going to swap, because swap would be absolutely insane given how often you've been shot for hardtails. This is... I think this might have just been an AI control, I guess I'm doing in specs.
yeah.
This is such a weird choice otherwise. And Kaylee's usually quite sensible. God, the nerves must be going. Your heart has to be beating so hard. Kaylee having such a reputation, you just gotta ignore the fact that you're playing against who is the best player in SpyParty.
Yeah, and you're the only one who's beat him recently too. So this is you could make a huge statement here by doing it again, back to back. Actually, it would be
Option
if
for one.
if Track wins right here. This would be a back to back victory over KrazyCaley.
Yeah. He never got the chance because someone was mean and took him out of Winter Cup. We were potentially going to get one of those. I was hoping to do it on my side and just take out Kaylee, but you instead took out Track, or I should say a bear took out. No, you took out Track.
I took out Track, yeah,
Okay.
in bracket
Good
stage.
BB, by the way. Just
Not getting as many
lowlights.
lowlights as were possible there, but we do get a few. Kaylee playing this fairly slowly, just getting our flirts done, which is definitely important on gallery. Getting the contact is actually pretty big, just because gallery sometimes contact can be much more finicky than you'd expect.
Yeah, so the Kaylee play would be finish this flirt and then go in spec swap. That's like Kaylee play number 1. Kaylee play number 2 would be do a bug and then go finish our inspects. Anything else is Kaylee,
Oh, the ambassador comes next to us, but
Kaylee
that's too
having
visible.
none of it. Play number
Yeah.
3, by the way, is go get the fingerprint.
Yeah, and Kaylee...
We didn't make an attempt for the briefcase, which is
technically
etiquette.
incorrect, I think.
Yeah, but I don't think WarningTrack's ever really been considered an etiquette sniper of any. We call him many things, but etiquette's not
That
necessary.
bug really hard right now.
Wheels has a pretty like you can tell it was a bug because the hand comes off the arm rail.
There's no way that Track isn't on top of this fingerprint, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. The briefcase was still there. That's
Oh,
a
Kaylee, stop
start.
talks? That's kind of rude.
It's a very Kaylee thing to do. We're gonna do... Yeah, we're doing the fingerprint in his face.
Here comes the briefcase. Gets
Do we
that
want to shoot
fingerprint.
now, or do we want to shoot for...
No,
inspect?
Track knows his mission counts. He knows that Kaylee...
We haven't been anywhere near the ambassador, and nothing
This
else
will
has
just
happened.
be going to statues, and we probably get shot for it. We have to get shot for this.
We have to get shot for this. WarningTrack.
Oh, Track. He's looking. Does he...
10 second
Has
count.
Kaylee gotten away with this? Oh my god. Kaylee, the shot's not coming off. Track just misses a fingerprint, it looks like, and Kaylee takes the spy win.
Yeah, he hard committed to the soft tails. Really good game, but he did a lot of rude things, and neither of the fingerprints were particularly hidden.
Yeah.
His inspects he should know because he only uses his highlights for inspects. I'm just Kaylee showing some restraint and not doing a hardtail for once, and Track just in the hardtail mindset.
It's okay. All WarningTrack has to do is get a spy win against KrazyCaley. It's basically free.
Yeah, I mean, he is guaranteed that tie, of course, but that win, he really wanted it, and unfortunately just misses the victory on that sniper. Caley taking it, and now we're down to the final game here on Gallery.
Okay, bug. No bug, because it's Kaylee, and he's absolutely 100% watching it.
Yeah, no, there's no way you get away with this
There's
bug.
literally nothing else being watched at this point other than this bug.
Not actively, at least. There are things he might be memorizing, but he's not really looking at anything else except for this bug. So there's no way Track does it, and he smartly decides, no, I don't want it.
Okay.
We're having none of it.
This is deflating, but Track can still pull this off. At minimum, he's getting a tie, which is still a good result against KrazyCaley. But this season, this is the sort of game where if he can beat Kaylee, he can call himself contender. Weird leave there. I'm not sure if that was an animation break or if he talked and left.
No, it was definitely an animation break, but Kaylee just doesn't seem to care about etiquette usually. So.
Yeah, no, I'm just watching it from the sniper side, and it was really jerky, despite the fact that it's not something I'm particularly trying to care about while I'm casting.
So Track goes over to the very left side of that bookcase and is like, hey, I'm not microfilm animationing right now. Look at me.
Okay. Ambassador going to the bookcase. We're in an empty conversation here. It's his gallery. Time matters. He's just breaking every animation, and it's really annoying me. It's one of those things where we say diamond level play, but diamond level play means I can just break every animation because it doesn't matter anymore.
Right. Not with Bloom gone.
With Bloom gone. I mean, Bacon still. And no matter what happens in my division, someone who knows some etiquette will get into diamond. We just need to finish some missions. Timad is risky against Kaylee. We decide to just watch check. We just need to do something. Inspect swap could be our finish, but good luck swapping against Kaylee.
We're going to we're going to the I don't want to swap statue. Look at me, I don't want to swap this.
Kaylee seems to have such control over this party too.
Yeah. It's going to be very difficult for Track to win this.
I'm not sure who his suspects would be, but suspect is a weird term for someone like Kaylee.
Yeah.
Okay. SDA leaves the back conversation, which does mean the DA can enter it, potentially, after they're done reading this book. I think we thought there was a fingerprint here, and there just isn't. It's been smudged a few too many times.
Yeah, just too much.
Okay, we're in the conversation. Carlos is having none of it.
Oh man, our DA is not being very nice to us. This is why
We're requesting a drink, which implies purloin. We're gonna do a fake BB to cover it.
Uh-oh. It's a white BB though.
Banana bread.
And then yeah, this is all on camera.
This is completely being watched.
And we're highlight.
We need to go break crash bug, I think. So oh no, DA joins.
Banana bread.
Can't see the list.
Oh no!
You can't see the list. You can see a bit of a flash of it. The list is shown.
Oh, and that's the tie. Yeah.
And you have to dance or something.
Yeah.
And Kaylee is not particularly brilliant at FPSs, but he's really on that and just takes a shot as quickly before he has a chance to run away.
Yep, and that's good game right there.
And with
6-6.
He's able to bring a spy tie party.
And it's weird to think that like Kaylee's bringing it back to be a tie party.
Yeah,
that's a new sentence.
That does not happen too often. All right. Anyway.